Chapter 2. Lycell strolled into the dining room of his newly renovated ranch house with a smile on his face. He stretched, raised his arms out and then above his head, and placed his hands together, his thick muscled arms like two small boulders. He drew in a breath and said, "I'm feeling great today. Nothing can make me angry." Drayton glanced up at him and rolled his eyes. He knew Lycell to be a short fuse that could go off any moment if he didn't get his way, and lately he wasn't, at least not with Adrianne and his sons. Lycell watched Drayton sitting silent and enjoying his venison before it was time to ride around the ranch, checking for intruders or shifters who had gotten drunk, and decided to sleep it off in the wooded area that surrounded the ranch. Not getting a comment from Drayton, Lycell sat down across from him at the large dining table that had held 10 at one time, and more if the entire family dined together, as Adrianne had hoped for one day. "Where is Adrianne? I want to drive her into town and buy her something expensive." He raised his arms to his sides, stretching them, and flexed his large muscles, straining the arms of his flannel red and black shirt. "I'm going to take her for a ride to Lake Tahoe. We'll stay for dinner and a show. She would like that." Drayton's eyes rose from his plate. He chewed on another bloody piece of meat, drank a glass of water, and then sucked in the fresh air coming in from the open windows. It was fall now. He looked out and saw the oak trees his mother had planted years ago turning yellow and orange, and a few single leaves falling from the trees and blowing into the pool. It was the different pine trees he enjoyed watching which signaled the forest with wild animals, and plenty of fresh food year-round. His eyes settled down on the pool. The pool hadn't been used since Thorn had fallen into it and almost drowned. Werewolves knew how to swim naturally, but Thorn had been afraid of water, and although he could swim, he had never relished the experience. "Imagine that," Lycell had said, surprised. He never knew that Thorn was a sinker, and because of that, Thorn was always skittish about getting into the water. Eventually, he overcame his fear because Lycell would drop him in and tell him, "Swim or die."